Alright, and we're back. And this time we're going to make the barrel give damage. So if you're too close to the barrel when it explodes, we want it to we want the player to take damage. So here's how we're going to do this. Okay. So first things first, let's work on our laser. So go to your laser, open up your laser. We need to change a few things here. So first of all, I don't know if you guys, I don't know, I switched this delay around. There may have been a delay here, but I put my delay afterwards. Then destroy actor. Okay, that's right. But before the do once, it's good practice to have a is valid, because we want to see if this is even valid to make that happen. So drag off of it and write is valid, and get the one with the question mark, and then plug the blue into the blue. Cool. That's cool. And then next thing we need to do is go into our barrel. So in our barrel blueprint, we can add a few things. So here in the viewport, we can add a sphere collision. And drag that up to the middle. You can leave it the right size. So this sphere is going to expand when the barrel gets exploded. And when the player is inside of that sphere, then the player will take damage. So that's what we're going to create. So that sphere right now is called sphere. Let's take note of that. Let's make a new variable down here called exploded. I'm sorry, I already did mine off the camera. So make a new variable called exploded. Make sure it's a boolean. Now in our laser, we can actually update that. Instead of dead, let's type exploded here. So drag off of your barrel and get that exploded. If you don't see it, then that means you didn't compile and save in your barrel. Compile, save. That means you didn't compile and save here. So now that we've got that hooked up, what we need to do is in the check death function for the barrel, we need to set that it actually exploded. So after this branch, we need to set the exploded to true. So drag off, set this to true. And after that's true, what we can do is set the world scale. So world scale, set world, all right, there we go. Set world scale 3D. And we need it for the sphere. So that's the one we want right there. And then you can hook that up. And what this is going to do is expand our sphere after it's exploded. So let's expand it by 5 times on every axis. You can do yours bigger than that, but I found 5 is pretty good. Okay. So now that that's expanded, that should be good. Perfect. Compile and save. In our third person character, we need to create a new function over here. We have this take damage 10%. Right click and duplicate that and just call it take damage 50%. So this one's going to take 50% damage. And inside of this one, just change this 1 to a 5. And that should be good. Save. Now, let's see. Inside of our barrel, in the event graph, we need to set up some events. So click on your sphere and then go on the right hand side and on component begin overlap. The other actor we want is the third person character. Okay, and then what you want to do is say when the third person character is overlapped with that thing, then you want to take some damage. So take 50% damage. But you only want this to happen one time. So between that, you can say hold O and put a do once. And also, you only want this to happen when exploded is true. Because even if they get real close to it, you don't even want them to be able to take damage from the sphere. So if exploded is true, then see if the character is overlapping that sphere. And if they are overlapping that sphere, take 50% damage one time. Perfect. Okay. Cool. That should pretty much work. So let's go ahead and test that one out and see if that works. And if it does, that'll be the end. So we'll grab the gun, and then we'll aim the gun, and we'll shoot the gun. And you see her health went down. Perfect. So that's how you set up a barrel that has like radial damage. In the next episode, we'll probably put some like environmental things in here. I might do like one of those environmental episodes so I can make this room right and ready for us to use for the future episodes. But thanks for joining me on this one. It's pretty easy. I'll see you on the next time. See ya. Real quick here, in the laser, I wanted to set up something real quick. So I got an error in mine, and if you got the same error, just put a is valid right before your destroy actor and make sure your input object is hooked up to the barrel. That way it's going to check and see if the barrel is still on the map, and then it's going to destroy it. If it is, if it's not going to do anything because it'll already be destroyed. So that should be perfect, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.